And make sure, Judah, if you could, and thank you for being adaptable, Judah. Can you make sure that he's positioned well from a camera standpoint? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, man. You gotta get him on the show.
I really should. You guys are freaking crushing it at Savvy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Everywhere I'm looking, I'm like, you guys are crushing.
everywhere.
I sleep on Savvy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sleep on he gave me one of the. Okay, full screen's up. Okay, full screen's up, guys. We have Damien Banks coming in 30 seconds. We just found out that my boy Shawna Maranzano and Damien Banks work together.
Yeah, that's my man.
Small town Charlottesville.
Definitely.
We're in public mode, Wickhauer. Okay? And then just make sure you talk into it.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to count me down. I'm going to go full screen. Guys, I'm so pumped to welcome Damien Banks to the show. This dude is big time. Give me an extra 10 seconds, my friend Judah, before you pull it and then count me down. Thank you. Judah Wickhauer behind the board. He's key to this operation. We already got people on the stream right now. You popular dude. Welcome Ames Coleman to the mix here. We got people in the mix right now.
That's what's up.
I'm ready whenever you are, Senor Wickhauer. Guys, welcome to the I Love CVille show. My name is Jerry Miller. It's fantastic to be with you as we wind down this week. It's Thursday, baby. Friday right around the corner. Damien Banks is going to join us in a matter of moments. This dude is big time in our community, a city, an influencer, a leader in our community, the CEO and founder of the BCBA. We're going to talk Damien Banks' story from start to finish on the I Love CVille show. This program, thanks to the fine people at Greenberry's Coffee, for more than 25 years, Greenberry's Coffee, guys, is creating jobs. They're helping our economy. They have 32 locations, including some worldwide in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Japan. They're going to the West Coast. Greenberry's Coffee is doing it right. And we also thank Dr. Scott Wagner of Scott Wagner Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. Who's got your back? Scott Wagner's got your back. On that note, Judah, let's go to the two-shot, my friend. Damien Banks in the mix. And Damien, I'm so excited to have you here. I've heard so much good about you in the community from people like Ahmad Hawkins, from Rico, my buddy, your buddy, from Robert Gray, who I just found out it was your cousin.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, thank you for coming on, sir.
Appreciate it. I definitely been waiting to get here. So it's been a long time coming, but we here now.
I like it. And we're going to have fun with Damien, guys, for 60 minutes. Ahmad, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Ahmad Hawkins, Robert Gray, I see you, baby. I'll see you tomorrow, Robert Gray. Carl Smead, I believe, from Charlottesville High School, also on the broadcast. All right, let's start open-ended. Show is yours. The BCBA is the premier basketball league in Charlottesville, Virginia. If you're a baller in Charlottesville, if you're a baller in a 45-mile radius of Charlottesville, you play in this man's league. Talk to me about the BCBA.
The BCBA has started almost 10 years ago, so 2010. So it's been 10 seasons, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and that's what we base it on, having fun. So we started up the Dale of University in 2010, and we actually started, I think it may have been like September. So by the time we did the championship, it was like cold out. So if you look at that game, and we probably had one person at the championship game, but the next year,
you talking about from attendance?
For
standpoint?
attendance, yeah.
Okay.
And that person was recording the game. So.
Was it your wife?
Nah, actually it was my homeboy Jensen DeJour.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was recording it, and it was wild. You know what I'm saying? But the next year we came back with so the first year we had 5 teams. Then the next year we came back and we had 10. And C-Town Ballers, which was heavy in the county league. C-Town Ballers were Ike Mickey, William White, Troy, Manu Johnson, Scotty. They had a nice group. And that's the team I really wanted because I was like, okay, this team, if they come over here, they're going to be
a lot of people. They had
the street cred. Yeah, everybody knew them. So they came, but I didn't know it was going to be another crop of guys coming too. So that really took it to another level. And it just, with all the media attention, like far as the online presence, with the trash talk.
You're killing it, dude.
The trash talk took it to another level.
Totally. Social media is taking it to another level, dude.
Yep. I didn't know Robert Gray was going to show up the second season too. So he showed up, and it was just awesome, man. He came in dunking. I didn't know he could dunk like that. He looked like a little small Steve Francis, So
Robert Gray is a beast. Robert Gray joining us tomorrow on the Hardwood. Rico Hearn says, Damn, Damien, you look sharp, dude. Rico,
Appreciate it.
His league, dude. This is facts. I'm talking facts here. You go to Tonsler Park on a Sunday. It's standing room only. It is the spot for the community to go watch basketball. He has taken a league from, in its first year at the Dell, had one spectator, to now you can't even find a standing room spot around the court.
You can't. I can tell you the game that actually put us on the map was we had C-Town versus Most Hated. It was the first time, and it had been building up for probably like 4 weeks, and the team's been talking back and forth. Both of them was undefeated, and I kind of knew that I didn't know going into the game how many people was checking out this, waiting to see it. But when we got there, Big Bob that opens up the rec, he used to open up the rec, so they had a midnight basketball for us, and everybody grew up under the midnight basketball. And he came, he was there. Coach Miner was there.
Mitch Miner, Charlottesville High School. Omari's father.
Yeah, Coach Miner was there. And it was a lot of people there. And it was like, I was like, man, this is awesome. And then they just kept building up from there. So eventually it came to the point where there was so many people at the Dell that we had to move.
You had to move.
Yeah, we had to move.
Why'd you have to move? Was it parking?
Parking and...
Because there's more courts at the Dell than Tonsler.
Definitely. Well, it's the same amount.
Oh, it's the same amount?
It's
okay,
3. Yeah,
gotcha.
It's 3. The reason we didn't start at Tonsler is because Tonsler courts was bad. The courts was bad. If you look at those first videos at the park, it's like bad.
Are you talking about cracks in the court?
Cracks in the court.
Grass growing?
Grass growing.
Yeah.
We had like double rims. So I had to take those down.
You did?
Yeah, I took them down.
Yourself?
Myself. Me and my homeboy, Rob Broadwater. We took them down, and we took them down actually like
Don't
8
ask,
times.
don't tell with the city. You're just like, I'm going to make them better.
Yeah.
My boy.
Sometimes you got to, do what you can do.
Don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah. That's it.
So you take
I
it
didn't
down
know
the-
I couldn't do it.
Right,
so I
right.
just did it, you know what I'm saying? But
you made it better, dude.
yeah, me and Rob Broadwater took them down. We actually didn't even know how to do it. So when we took them down, the backboard came down and hit me in the head, and then it came and hit him in his head. So because we was on like a trash can taking these things down. It was crazy. And I tell you what, I think we might have had a concussion going into that first week.
I bet.
This was like 2 hours before the first game.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you freaking? Were you like, we better figure this out?
Yeah.
Because I'm 90 minutes from tip-off.
Yeah, and then this guy came by. His name is, on Facebook, his name is Showtime G.
Okay.
G McDonald, I believe his name is. He came by with some equipment, him and Mauricio, and we got him up like probably 40 minutes.
What'd you do with the
first
cracks in the court at Tonsler, with the grass and everything? How did that get fixed?
Well, nothing we could do about that.
City
but
did it?
Eventually, City redid the whole thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that was, like now if you go down there now, the courts are awesome.
Is it the best outdoor courts in Charlottesville?
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely. Breakaway rims and everything, so it's nice. It's set up perfect for us.
It seems to me that the league is better off in the outdoor setting because it gives it more of that like raw and gritty, like it's real.
Definitely. And a lot of the fans like it outside. When we have to go inside due to like weather and stuff, a lot of people be complaining. And then if it don't rain, they like, oh, we could have went outside or we could have did this. And I just be like, man, well, I didn't know it wasn't gonna rain, But they love it outside. Sometimes it's not about the basketball as much as it about fellowship,
yeah.
Hanging around the atmosphere. The whole atmosphere is cool. And like I said, my man Terrell, he's DJs down there. So some people come to hear the music. Some people come to get some food from Royalty Gourmet, and
we hear our boy Ahmad sometimes emceeing.
Definitely. They
Dude,
definitely
giving
come,
nicknames to peeps.
They definitely come to see him because
he does a good job.
Yeah, he is like when he's not there, you can tell the difference.
You can?
Yeah.
We're talking about Ahmad Hawkins here.
Yeah, Ahmad Hawkins. Like he plays. So during the games where he's playing, because I don't like him to play.
Because you want him emceeing.
I want him emceeing.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. But it's better when he's on the mic.
Yeah.
You can just tell. It's like a downtime when he's not playing.
Because he keeps the energy up.
He definitely keeps the energy up.
Dude, that little highlight reel you put together with him, I didn't realize my boy could ball like that.
Oh, yeah, he can ball, man. He can ball. He's fast. He's super fast. And he can shoot, But sometimes he get caught up in the trash talk, and then he just abandon everything.
Come on, what are you doing over there?
He abandoned
watching
everything.
right now. We got Michael Guthrie in the mix of Roy Wheeler, Lauren Linsky joining us, Constance Wyatt, thank you for joining us, John Crawford, Billy Joe Walker, Ray Sellers, Aaron Moody, Mark Walker. You popular dude right here, Damien Banks.
They checking in to see you, Jerry Miller.
No, sir. Let me throw this to you. Why did you just say in the beginning Charlottesville needs a league? I mean, you're a leader.
Yeah.
You're a diehard sports fan.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was still somewhat playing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I would go to the courts, and like I say, back in the day up to Dale when Heart Attack and Clyde was playing and those guys.
Are these Charlottesville basketball legends?
Charlottesville legends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You go up there, and it's like 3 courts, and all of them is packed, and if you lose, you waiting for like another 4 hours. Like, no joke. You waiting for like 4 hours. And then I want to say right around like 2004 maybe, it kind of like died down. So it came to a point where, like I said, we had to bring like 10 people with you. You had to call people like, hey, you want to come up and play basketball? And it just got to that point where it just died down, you know. You can't even go around town and go to a court and just see people playing. Like back in the day, all the courts was like
What
packed.
happened? What do you think happened?
I don't know. I don't know if video games got better and guys, you know.
Probably what it was.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Because when we grew up, dude, it was no video. We went out. My parents said, go outside with the ball.
That's
and
it.
Me and my brother and my friends, we would, whatever was in season, we were playing.
Yep. And another thing is, a lot of people were like, it's hot, it's this and that, but it's always been hot. Like,
Right.
It's supposed to be hot. It's summertime.
Right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot. So I don't know. I really can't say what happened.
So you saw a niche that needed to be filled. You knew you had the contacts. You knew you were a leader, and people, if you organized something, people would follow.
Yeah, that, and it kind of started also with the whole, my father-in-law got me a video camera for Christmas. And around that time, that summer, so this was 2009, so that summer, 2010, me and Rayshaw Brown, we did a cookout over at, I forget the name of the apartments. I forget where it is, but we invited a bunch of people, and they was playing basketball, and I was thinking to myself, he showed up late. I don't know what he was doing, but we had a nice crowd there, and I was recording the game, and I was like, man, I could do this. I could really make a league out of this, you know what I'm saying? Because people need this, and like I thought I was pretty good, you know, coming up when I was playing, and I was like,
you were all Jefferson District?
No, I didn't play high school,
Okay.
but I'm just far as in the street playing because I had some trouble with my grades and stuff.
Okay.
But I always wanted my son to be able to see me play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just say, son, I was pretty good. And so for the guys behind me, I wanted them to be able to show their kids, like, hey, this is me. I don't, you know, if your son there and you tell your son, I was good back in the day. And he's going to be like,
oh, yeah, right, Dad.
Yeah, you
Yeah, but when you can bust out the video.
When you can see the video, it's different.
It's true.
Definite. It's definitely good to have it on video, you know. Like some things you don't believe till you see it on video.
And, you know, my son's 8 months old, almost 9 months old. It wasn't until I had him that I understood what you're saying.
Yeah,
There's
it's
something
different.
about
Being able to show them, like,
Yeah.
Video makes a whole lot of difference. You can ask Ray Rice.
And
you know what I'm saying?
that's so true.
You know what I'm saying? But
Baltimore Ravens running back. Yeah.
You can ask him.
Or the Kansas City running back that just got in trouble for that.
Definite.
Yeah. Video makes a lot of difference.
Video make a lot of difference. So
Good point.
I try to record everything, you know. So if you haven't been on my camera in Charlottesville, it's
It says something about your game.
says a lot. It
says
says a
something
lot.
about
It
your game
definitely
because you're
says a
showing
lot.
the best.
Yeah, we have the best.
Well,
on
Robert
there.
Gray just made this point, and I want to say this. Robert Gray says, Jerry and Damien, the BCBA is where the college and professional hoopers get eaten alive if they step on that blacktop unprepared.
That's
and
fact.
you have some.
That's fact.
You have some college players. Jontel Evans, I believe, plays.
Yeah,
for the
he
league.
came out there. Yeah, he actually has the assist record. For,
He does have the
for
assist
a
record?
game.
What other college players have played?
Noah States. Mamadi Diakaitis played.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he dominate?
Yeah, he was young. He was.
This is before he added
This
the weight.
is Blue Ridge.
Okay, gotcha.
But he was He was good.
You saw it?
Yeah, Wes Bellamy got the best of him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wes Bellamy's like the Draymond Green of the team, right?
He is.
Isn't he? He's like the self-proclaimed Draymond Green. Yeah.
Yeah.
I follow it. I watch you guys.
Wes got the best of him in
He
the game.
does all the intangible stuff.
He do.
Yeah.
And
boxing out, defense.
And he talk all the trash.
Does he talk trash?
A lot.
Is Wes the best trash talker in the BCBA?
That's a tough one.
Who's the best trash talker in the BCBA?
Maybe Ahmad.
Ahmad Hawkins. I can totally see that.
Ahmad.
He's got a silver tongue, Ahmad.
Yeah.
He's got the gift of gab.
He talks a lot of trash.
Yeah.
Him and Cool Gray talks a lot of trash during the game. It's a lot of guys that talk some good trash. It's the place to be. Like, we got guys who's with these teams. I think their designated job with the team is to talk trash. They don't play.
That's their role.
They the hype men. We call them the hype guys. So, like, we got a guy named Vontae. They call him Guapo. He's real
Guapo,
good at
handsome dude? That's Guapo. Handsome in Spanish.
I guess he is. But he talks a lot of trash. He talks a lot of good trash. And every team got one. Every team got a trash talking guy.
Who is the best? And correct me if I'm wrong. I may get the nicknames wrong here. Who is the best basketball player in the BCBA? Was it Bunnies?
Bunnies is good. He's good. As far as if I say who's the best,
yeah, you're gonna get some flack for this.
I'll get a lot of flack.
Yeah.
From that one.
Can you say who's the best? Can I get?
I don't know.
Give me the top three.
Top three.
That's a little easier for you. Is Bunnies up there? It's
It's
Robert Gray?
Bunnies is up there.
Okay.
Robert was. I'm not gonna say he still is.
Okay.
But
Was
Bunnies.
his game slipping a little bit? He's not practicing?
Who, Robert?
Yeah.
I don't think Robert played until the summertime.
Okay.
But he has a lot of accolades in our league. So, if you go all time, then he would be up there.
Robert Gray tomorrow on the show. Dreamin' Diamonds. Love some Robert Gray. Well thought out guy here.
If we
Who
did
else
top
you got?
three all time, he'd be up there. We have Cool Gray, Trevor Smith,
Okay.
and maybe Thomas Brown.
Okay. I know Thomas Brown. Is
Yeah,
that Nelson
Thomas
County
Brown.
Thomas
Yeah,
Brown?
yeah.
That dude is a baller, dude.
Yeah, Thomas Brown he's a
That
beast.
guy is cold-blooded.
Yeah, he's a beast.
You say that's the top three?
I'm not saying that. I'm
Okay,
just
he's just saying names.
because we got other guys. We got like Ross Williams and Nico Robinson, and they're tough, man. They're tough. I tell you, Ross Williams would be a good guy to have on the show. He overcame brain surgery.
Ross Williams?
Yeah, he
I would
overcame
love to have
brain
him on.
surgery. He has a real special camp going on. He got it going on, man.
I would love to have him on. Maybe you do an intro with us?
I'll do that.
Okay, thank you very much. He, guys, is the CEO and founder of the BCBA. His name is Damien Banks. We're talking about his vision that's matured into, without question, the best basketball league in Charlottesville. In Central Virginia, people in a 50-mile radius of Charlottesville are playing in this man's league.
Yeah.
One of the things that showcases his entrepreneurial vision, his hard work, is his willingness to try new things, and he's done that with the BCBA. Yeah. You are doing that with dance.
Yes, my wife is actually doing that with dance,
Talk
but
to
it's
us about
all under
that.
the same umbrella.
Okay.
So my daughter and my wife, they pretty much run the dance team,
Okay.
and it's growing, man. We got like 14 girls, and it's been going good. It's been going for like 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
And we've been in competitions, majorette dance, and we're in all kind of competitions. We have a studio on East Market Street.
Nice.
And just looking for more sponsors to help take it to another level.
I didn't know this. And April Dent Ward educated me about this. And Ray Jordan, thank you for joining us on the program. Clarence Hughes, thank you for joining us. Tyler Nicole Thacker, thank you for joining us. April Ward, who's a huge fan of you and a huge supporter of the BCBA.
Yeah.
She mentioned to me, is it a nonprofit?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit.
Did you, why? Can I ask you why you went the nonprofit route versus the for-profit route? Was it tough?
It was tough because it was like a lot of flip-flopping in the beginning. It was like, I want to go profit, and it was like, I want to go nonprofit. I don't know. It was just, we had to make a decision. And I just felt like nonprofit was the best way to go. And really can't say why, but sometimes
so
I think I should.
you rely on outside funding.
Yeah,
to help your league.
Definitely.
Yeah. Who are some of your supporters? Give them some props.
Able Insurance.
Yeah.
That's our biggest supporter. Billy White and Charlene over there. They're our main supporters, you know what I'm saying? So definitely them. And I'm working with a group up UVA right now, led by Dana. I forgot her last name. But it's a group thing. It's just now coming together. But I'm on a committee with this group. So
that's awesome. Have you considered pivoting it and turning it into a for-profit? And where I'm going with this is all the fellas and folks that are playing in the BCBA have to understand the time and effort that this gentleman is putting into this. I mean, this is almost in some ways a full-time job for you, and it's not paying you any money.
It is definitely a full-time job, man. It's like some kind of ways, some ways I had to make things easier, you know, like far as editing videos. At the beginning,
It's hard editing videos.
Man,
I know, I do this for a living. We spend hours editing videos.
Man, so that's what I'm saying. It was like, so we have like 6 games at the beginning, and then I was like, I would sit there and I would chop up clips, take old clips out, take bad clips out, and, you know, and just make it look good. Now I just put the whole game up.
You got to.
Yeah, it's not enough time. It would take like 3 hours per game. That's before I even export it. So exporting is another like 10 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot. So I had to dumb it down, and that's the best way for me mentally, to dumb it down, because I would be like just tired of games.
Well, you know, that's one of the things I like about the live broadcast like this and the live broadcast that you're doing. When you do the live broadcast, the video is done.
It's already
There's
up
no
there.
editing.
Yeah,
it's so much easier.
That's it. But it's just, far as me having my own clips, I like having my own. But a lot of times Ahmad go live from the games, like the big games. He always go live, and everybody check out his live feed. As far as us doing a show, so we do a show every Wednesday for the league, and it was better with the live feed because now we could hear from the other players.
Yeah, people get on the feed and talk smack to you guys, and you guys are responding to it. Your show, and Ahmad's show, I'm giving you props. Your show inspired me to do this.
Oh, thank you.
That is a fact.
I didn't know
100%.
that.
I saw what you were doing. I was watching it. You see me on the stream. And I'm like, dude, this guy's doing something great here. I need to do something like this too.
Yeah, I had to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? It was there, and I was like, man, I'm tired of shooting the video, then have to clip it, throw in some clips and edit, and it's a lot.
It totally is.
You know,
I know. I mean, I have clients that we go do the video in the morning for them, and they're like, can you get us the video? I'm like, dude, the editing takes almost longer than doing the video itself.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. So when you see what Damien is putting together, like the highlight reel you put together for Ahmad Hawkins' birthday, that probably took you like an hour.
It took longer than that.
So Ahmad, my boy's spending a couple hours on your birthday gift, right? And it turned out so good.
It did. It was worth it. That's what it keeps me going when I see everybody giving him the credit that he deserved. It make me feel good to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it for the money no more. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's a lot of times. I'll be honest with you. It was a lot of times where I was like, man, is this worth it? I'm gonna give you a prime example. I was ready to I was like, man, I was telling my wife, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore.
When was this?
This was probably like 3 years ago, maybe. It always happens.
Yeah, of course. All of us.
And every time. So that time, like the next day, Cool Gray called me and was like, can I get some footage so he can send to a school so he can go to college? And I was like, I said, okay, that's why I do it.
That's
you know
amazing,
what I'm
saying?
Dude. It's been a lot of situations like that, you know what I'm saying, where I'm like, all right, I'm in a position to help people out. Like, I've sent out plenty of like footage to help guys go to college.
And really, the coaches should be doing that in high school, but a lot of the coaches don't think that's their job to do. Unfortunate. There's like something getting dry. I know, because you're good at it.
Yeah, it's not that I'm good at it. It's just they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to hold your footage. You want to go? If I can send you some footage to go somewhere, even if you don't use it, just you know, do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Even it's been guys that went overseas or guys playing in different leagues that our footage helped them get there. You know what I'm saying? And that's
who's the best player to ever migrate through BCBA? And I guess I'm asking this question from like maybe like post BCBA achievement.
Okay, I would say DeMario Maddox.
What did he do?
He ended up going to Uruguay.
Okay.
To play
pro basketball.
Play pro basketball.
Was he? He was nasty.
Yeah. He coaches at Carlisle now. Like he's one of the coaches down at Carlisle, and I'm not gonna take credit for none of that stuff he did, but he came to he's the logo of the BCBA.
He is?
Yeah, he's
That's
the guy
awesome.
on the logo. So him, a lot of guys, man. It's just a lot of guys. Ross, you know, Ross probably. I like what he ended up doing. Like he ended up like his training program is he trains a lot of college athletes, and Ahmad with his stuff. He ended up getting a radio show. Like he started out at the park, then he got a radio show on 92.7, and it's a lot of them. I can't really pinpoint who's like Thomas. Thomas went to Argentina this past year.
Thomas Brown?
Yeah. He played there, so it's tough,
We got some fellas on the feed that want to get the conversation going. And it's the folks that you know who will be on the feed. Robert Gray says, DeMario Maddox, hands down the best player from the BCBA.
Yeah. I think of all time, yeah.
Yeah, all time. That's what he says. Ahmad Hawkins says the BCBA is now a springboard for doing things with your basketball career.
I think so. That's accurate.
Yeah, and he also says, I need to press you a little bit, Ahmad says. Ahmad says, Jerry, apply that pressure to Snakes. Snakes is like Floyd Mayweather here, the way he won't answer the tough questions. Get the best players out of Snake's mouth, Ahmad Hawkins says. Man. Come on now, everybody wants to know the top 5.
The top 5.
Okay, I'm asking even harder now because I want 5 now.
All right, I'm gonna give you my top 5 in my opinion.
Okay. Hey, hold on one second. Judah, we're going to turn this into a 60-second highlight reel right here. We're going to edit this out and turn it into a sizzle reel here. Top 5 players in the BCBA.
You want all time or right now?
Let's do both. Top 5 all time.
All time. DeMario Maddox.
Okay. Number 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Rajon Smith.
Okay.
Rob Gray. I'm going to go with him.
Number 3?
Number 3.
All time.
Yes. No particular order.
Still has the scoring record.
No particular order.
Okay.
He still has the single game scoring record.
Okay.
Trevor Smith.
Okay. It's 4.
Dang, this is tough. I'm gonna go with Ross.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Ross Williams.
Okay.
Thomas. I'm gonna go with Thomas.
Thomas Brown in the 5 slot.
Thomas and Ross is.
Okay, so you gave us good 6 there.
5A, 5B. Yeah,
okay. How about now? This might be even harder now.
Right now, I'm going with Damien Harris.
Okay. Bunnies?
Yes.
Okay.
Damien Harris.
How'd he get that nickname?
Ahmad gave it to him because he can jump. Like he can jump. Like,
yeah, that dude's fun to watch.
Springboard. Yeah, Damien Harris is.
He can stroke it.
Yeah, he can do everything.
Yeah.
Like, he has no weakness, really.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Plays defense?
Plays defense. Okay. A lot of defense.
Yeah. They play defense in the BCBA?
It's the last defensive league going.
I love that. I love that.
It is. It's like
you guys play defense.
Defense. We pride ourselves on defense.
Okay.
Well, they pride themselves off defense.
Because when I'm watching the NBA, I don't see any defense until the final 3 minutes.
This is like totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. That's why the scoring record, like Bert got 42. Like anywhere else, that would be like, oh, he got 42. But in our league, to get 42 on a running clock.
Yeah.
And the defense, that's like people pride themselves on defense, and it's hot. It's hot outside. So I'm going, I'm saying we the last defensive league in the world.
I love it. Audio sounding good, Judah? Damien's good with the mic there? Excellent.
Yeah,
so you were finishing your list.
Yeah, and I just had Damien for now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
This is tough. Worm.
Okay. Who's Worm?
Marcus Strother.
Okay.
I'm going with him.
Okay.
I'm also going to go with Ross. He just won a championship.
Okay.
This is super tough. Thomas. I'm going to go with Thomas.
Okay. Thomas Brown?
Thomas Brown.
Okay.
Thomas Brown. And give me Nico Robinson.
Okay. How do the high school players play in the league, and do their high school coaches like that they play in the league?
Not sure if the high school coaches like it or not, but we do have high school coaches that do play in the league.
Okay. Who plays?
Clark Walker plays in the league.
Really? Yeah.
Yes,
Clark Walker, who was at
Covenant
School.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the one-time athletic director at Miller, or he worked at Miller and then went to Covenant.
Work at Miller.
Okay. Is he good?
Yeah, he's good.
Got a jumper?
Yeah, he got a jumper. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. Brandon Isaiah plays in the league.
Okay. The football coach at Albemarle High School.
Football coach at Albemarle.
Yeah, he's good people.
Let's see. Who else? A couple other coaches.
Sean Singletary told me one time that he grew up playing street basketball in Philly.
Yeah.
And he told me one time that he thought him playing so much outside may have impacted his body from a career longevity standpoint in the NBA. Any truth to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm suffering from it now.
Talk to me about that.
But it's different from playing our league to actually playing. Like I would go to the court and play for like 8 hours.
On the hardwood?
On the concrete.
Okay, on the concrete.
Blacktop.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like we'd be outside like at the Dell for like 8 hours. And, because you ain't want to go home because you had to walk home. So you just play. Then you go home and you got to sit down and just get all these Charlie horses.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot on your joints. Just running up and down the court, it's a lot on your joints. Like some people like jogging, like they tell you if you jog, not to jog on the sidewalk, like jog on the grass. Yeah, jog on the grass or jog on the street. They say the street is better for you than the actual concrete.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a lot on your joints, man. You feel it later on. That's why I don't play now. But I can see where he said that.
Our guest, guys, is Damien Banks, CEO, founder of the BCBA. He's got the premier basketball league in Charlottesville and Central Virginia. The show, thanks to Greenberry's coffee. Ahmad says it's really hard on your knees.
Yeah, definitely.
And he said Thomas Brown's got to be on that list, Snakes, no question. April Dent Ward is giving you some props here as well.
What's up, April? April helped us out a lot.
She's good people.
She's very good people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She helped us out all the time. If we need help, she's there. You know what I'm saying?
She brought this to my attention, and I'm curious of your thoughts on this. Dude, we filled 30 minutes here, and it's felt like 3 minutes.
It did.
You're killing it, dude.
I appreciate it.
Kim's Market. We talked about it with April. She's a real estate agent.
Okay.
She wants to be the CVille specialist, and I think she's going to do it because she's super, super smart. We talked about Kim's Market with her, and she mentioned to me that a lot of the guys who play in the BCBA park at Kim's Market.
Yeah.
How, if it's developed, how does that impact hosting the BCBA at Tonsler Park? Because there's not a ton of parking at Tonsler.
Yeah, it's already it's been a problem for the last
Parking?
for like the last 6 years. So, the city always get on me about people parking in the circle and all this stuff. It's really no parking. It's hardly any parking now. So that would impact it a whole.
Would you have to move it?
It's really nowhere
Else to go.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's the only court that has lights. Like if you look around town, it's the only court other than the Dell that has lights, and we have night games sometimes. So, and it's everybody love that location. So it's like good. It's walkable.
It's central.
Yeah, it's central. Yeah. Like I actually grew up down there.
Really? Whereabouts?
I grew up on Ridge Street.
Okay.
But every day I would be at Tonsler Park. Okay. So I grew up right up the hill. If you walk up the hill, I live right there on Ridge Street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up there, and back in the day, like I can remember back in the day, like this is like 80s, early 80s, Estes. That was the name of Kim's store.
Okay.
It was Estes.
That's when it was a good store.
I'm not
knocking Kim's. I didn't mean it that way. I'm not knocking Kim's. But wasn't it more of a legit grocery?
Oh man, it was. Yeah, everybody would go there to shop. Like my grandma would walk down there, shop. You could go there and pay your electric bill. It had it going on. You know what I'm saying? It was always packed. People would be at the park playing basketball. Like the park was packed then, like it is, not as much as it is now, but it was like the place to be. You know what I'm saying? It was totally different setup. Guy named Stewart used to run the park, and he would keep everybody in line and everything. But it definitely, Estes was the place to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened in between that time.
Did it go to Estes to an IGA?
I want to say Estes was an IGA.
Estes was an IGA?
Yeah, it was an IGA. Because it was two IGAs. It was Estes, and then it was where Staples is now downtown. That was an IGA.
That's so close.
Yeah, but people would go to both of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sure where it went wrong at. I don't even know if it's open now.
The market?
Yeah, I've never seen it open.
I've gone in there and gotten some rough stuff after purchasing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm not throwing shade at anybody.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know
either,
you're not that way either.
Yeah, but it would affect the league heavy. Like it would affect the league a lot if we didn't have that parking lot. I'm not sure where people would park at.
How? Yeah, I was just going to ask you. Do you park? Would you park all the way down Cherry on those street parking? But you have to go past Roosevelt Brown to find those, and that's a long ass walk to Tonsler.
Yeah. I don't know where you would park.
So that's something we got to watch here for Damien Banks closely. Kevin Leatherwood on the broadcast. Love some Kevin Leatherwood.
Kevin Leatherwood. He's actually a coach too.
Hampton-Sydney College.
Yeah.
The left-hander from Charlottesville High School. Kevin Leatherwood, you're my boy, baby. I love some Kevin Leatherwood.
He's a BCBA champion too.
Kevin Leatherwood's a BCBA champion?
Yeah. I think he may be like 2-time champion.
Did he play in a CHS type team in BCBA?
Nah. He played with Robert. He played with Robert Gray.
Okay.
They was on the same team.
I bet that was a good team. Yeah, obviously they won a championship.
They probably was. People will be mad at me for this, but they probably was the best team we had.
Why?
Man, they was.
Who
good.
was on that team?
DeMario Maddox, Robert Gray, Kevin Leatherwood, Marcus Strother,
What?
Worm.
Those are all the players that you listed in the best players list.
Maurice Jackson.
Mo Jackson?
Yeah.
The guy who's never seen a jump shot he doesn't like? Charlottesville High School Mo Jackson? I
Charlottesville
love you,
also
Maurice
Mo
Jackson.
Yeah.
I love his swag, baby.
That's what
I
he
love
do.
his swag.
He do that every time he score.
Yeah.
But Ray John wasn't on that team. Dante Crawford.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know. He was
How do
the
I know
Western.
Dante Crawford? Yeah,
Western
Western was
Outlaw.
an inside player, very explosive.
Yep.
Loved to play around the rim.
Yeah.
Didn't have much jump shot, no fundamentals, but
He
he's
could
explosive.
jump. Yeah.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on that team. That
Damn,
team
that
was
team
great.
is stacked, dude.
Yeah, it was led by Mauricio. Mauricio was the Duke. We call him Big Duke.
Do you ever have to create parity with the league? Is some
At
teams
that-
too stacked?
That time, I was kind of upset about that because they wanted to come back the next year.
As the same team.
The same team, which was cool.
Yeah.
But they wanted to add Thomas Brown.
What?
And they wanted I was like, man, who y'all go play against?
Right.
But now, with the competition, like we have a team from Fredericksburg, they play ABA, and they're good. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like the best people from Fredericksburg band together, and they come and play. You get the best people from like Stanton and Waynesboro area, they come and play. The best people from everywhere come and play.
So
but
you
then
almost
Charlottesville
need-
gets split up.
Oh, it does.
So now it's
Gotcha.
like, so it's hard, but we take pride in keeping the championship in town.
So
know what I'm saying?
you like, now that you have like the Fredericksburg and out-of-market teams coming, you
Yeah.
like having a stacked Charlottesville team.
We have to.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to, like, because everybody is stacked. Like, the Fredericksburg team is good.
Is it former college players?
I think some of them mostly are.
Yeah.
Some of them are college players.
Yeah. What's the ABA?
ABA is the American Basketball Association. Same league that Dr. J played in.
Okay.
And they merged with the NBA.
Okay.
So they bought it back in like 1993 or something.
So is it a
like that.
league below the D League? Well, I guess the D League is now the G League. Is it a league below the G League? A step down?
It's its own league.
Okay.
Like it's not an association with the NBA at all.
Uh-huh.
But it's like certain players, like Ron Artest, he's a part of it.
Okay.
We actually have a team in the ABA. So it's Charlottesville Blaze. We'll be coming next year.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Who's
so-
on that team?
We gotta have crowds.
Are you the coach?
No, I don't coach. I
Okay,
can't
you
coach.
put it
I'm the-
together?
Yeah, I'm just the owner of the team.
You're the behind-the-scenes guy? You're the owner of the team?
Yeah, the owner of
okay.
the team,
Okay,
so-
so who are you thinking?
Definitely thinking.
You having open tryouts?
Yeah, we have open trials.
do? This is awesome.
open
When is
trials.
it?
So should be around May.
Okay.
May of next year.
And you can
So
only pick 15 on a roster?
you can put 15. It's only 12 can suit up for a game.
Okay.
But you can have 15 like on the roster. And it's a super league. So it's teams in Mexico. It's teams all over the United States. So Richmond has the #1 team in the nation.
Stop.
Yeah, Richmond
Really?
Elite. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. The
Who's on that
Fredericksburg
team?
It's a guy named Justin Lewis. He's pretty good.
He's big time?
Yeah, they say he averaged like 40. So he's pretty good.
Get out of town. Damien Banks, our guest, CEO and founder of the BCBA, the Premier Basketball League here in Charlottesville, Virginia. We're talking basketball here, and I love talking basketball with you. Did you go to Charlottesville High School?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and how old are your kids?
My kids is 14, 15, and 9.
Okay, so your two oldest in Charlottesville High School now?
No, they go to Albemarle.
Albemarle High School. Okay, so you
Yeah.
live in the county?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So your thoughts, you're a father, your family, I can just tell on social that your family means so much to you.
They do.
And I
They
can
do.
tell on social how much love you have for your wife.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
it's Shawna, she's amazing. Roger Crawdaddy, Crawford, thank you for joining us. Jason Kringler, Percy Thomas, thank you for joining us. As a family guy, talk to me about your kids going to school.
First of all, they get all A's. Like,
It's awesome.
yeah.
Proud?
Proud, definitely proud. It's sometimes it gets a little hectic with my daughter because she's on her grades so hard. Like, if she got a B, she's like frustrated. I got a B and I'm this.
And you got to like nurture that the right way.
Yeah, like she gets frustrated, but it's like back when I went to school, you couldn't check your grade like every 5 minutes. Now you can go online and just,
Really?
yeah, you can
Like
see what your grade
real-time
is.
grade scoring?
Yeah.
Really?
like,
I didn't know that.
definitely, yeah. Like, you can just check. You can go on there now and check it.
So there's no reason now for parents not to know what's up with a kid at school.
Oh, no reason. You can just go online and like the parent portals and all this stuff, and you can check their grades. But my kids, like, I don't know, they just, like, I'm, like, when I was in school, I was totally different because I really didn't care about my grades, and they came back to haunt me. But, you know, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to play football. I ended up running track, though. I was real good at track.
What'd you do?
Long jump, triple jump, high jump.
I bet you were good at that.
Yeah, I had the, so going into states, I had the best jump in the region for triple jump. And we ended up winning states that year, 97. Charlottesville, we ended up winning states. And had a good time doing that, you know, but met a lot of people. That's how the league started, kind of like me just knowing a lot of people, meeting them through track.
Yeah, you're a leader.
Playing basketball. I try to be, you know what I'm saying?
Do you see, for me, I feel like we have similar qualities, and at first, I wouldn't embrace it because I didn't want people to see me as, like, you know, over the top confident or something like that. Now I just embrace it. I'm like, I know I'm a leader. These are the gifts that I have. I need to share them. And, you know, I need to do what I've been blessed with.
I think sometimes it's good for me, sometimes it's a problem because I be so confident that I'll try anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just try anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't care if it doesn't work. I don't care either. I am not afraid to fail.
You know
and I don't care if someone sees me fail.
That's it. Because I failed before. I had to go to high school for 5 years. A lot of people don't know that. But, you know, because I did bad in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It was times I really wasn't coming to school, but once if it wasn't for track and my coach Raymond Johnson, BD Johnson, that's what they call him, but he got me.
Charlottesville High School?
Yes. Yeah. He got me on track in summer before my junior year, and I was real good. And we went to North Carolina for a meet.
Nice.
This was
that's a big time meet then.
Junior Olympics. Okay. Yeah, this was Junior Olympics, and I finished like 6th in my age group on the East Coast.
Wow.
For triple jump.
That sounds like college material waiting to happen.
I thought it was, but when your grade's bad, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even the best jumper on our team. Like, we had a guy named James Mills. He barely even came to practice, but I was like, man, everybody likes seeing me jump, but I was like, if they see him, they'd be like, yeah, he on a whole nother level. But
and what did he do?
He did triple. He did everything.
Did he do it at the next level?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but he was an athlete. He played football. You might have saw him football. He did football. He was quarterback. He was just all-around athlete, man. He was a real good buddy, too, man. Like, he's a cool dude.
Do you use the experience you had? This is what I'm like. Now that I have a kid, I just want the best for my son. Like, it's this feeling that I have where I'm just like, I want this little guy to turn out, and Cameron Childress, thank you for joining us. I want this little guy to turn out better than me.
Yeah, I want him to turn out better than me, but I just want him to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I just want him to, like, my youngest son, he loved football. Like, he's a football fanatic. And I always tell him, I'm like, son, I want you to be good. You got to work on your game. But I was like, I really can't love you no more than I do now. So if you go to NFL, if you don't go, I'm still love you the same. I'm loving you to the maximum that I can. So regardless what you do, I just want you to be a good person. As long as you grow up to be a good person, you can just sweep leaves up. I don't care. Right. I'm still going to love you the same.
I love that.
Whether you're sweeping leaves or shooting jumpers, it don't matter.
Well said. Well said. Are your oldest as competitive as you and as into sports as you? They are?
My daughter is definitely.
Yeah? She sounds like she's hyper-competitive in everything.
Yeah, she's super competitive. Yeah. And my middle son, my oldest son, he's competitive too. Like, he gets fired up. Like, he gets so fired up that he can't even focus sometimes. I just like... You just sit there and watch him. I'm like, man, you just got to calm down. Like, he won't calm down. He just gets so, then after the game, he know everything he did wrong. I'll be like, man, if you knew that during the game, you'd be all right. Once he fixed that, he's gonna be pretty good, man. He's good. He got good ball handling skills. He can shoot. He's got to get a little bit bigger.
He plays at Elmore High School?
Yeah, he went out for the team this year, but he didn't make it. They had like 40 kids.
Yeah, dude, that's hard to make that team.
Yeah, it's a lot of kids over there. They need another high school. They
need another school. Yeah. You said you grew up on Ridge Street. Is Ridge Street part of Fifeville?
A lot of people say it is. I wouldn't consider it part of Fifeville. Okay. Like, I would definitely consider.
You say that's Belmont?
Nah, it's like in the middle of everything. Like, it's like you know where Food Master is? Yeah. I grew up like 4 or 5 houses down from Food Master. Okay. So I wouldn't really
because you're saying Fifeville isn't, and help me, when you turn on the cherry and you pass the sign.
Yeah, I consider Fifeville like from Thompson Park all the way to probably like
Roosevelt Brown?
Yeah, Buford area.
Okay, I'll pass
it's
it.
another park back there. It's called, it might be called Fifeville Park. No, it might be called Fifeville Park.
Okay.
But I just consider that whole area.
What do you think is the future of the neighborhood? We talk about this on the show a lot. It's so close to UVA. I am worried. This is what I'm worried about, and I'll throw it to you.
Yeah.
I'm worried about UVA gobbling it up and turning it into parking decks or academic buildings. I'm worried that it's going to turn into Belmont, where Belmont is now like $500,000 homes and young professionals, and it's like too expensive.
Before I came here, I just left from the Belmont area, and it's like a whole new neighborhood down there. And it's like crammed up against another neighborhood. Like, I see parking getting real bad in this area because it's like a lot of people are just living like right on top of each other. And it's like, as far as the Fifeville area, I do see UVA kind of like buying everything up.
You worried?
Nah, I don't really worry about stuff that I can't really
control.
do nothing about. Yeah, I gotta.
Do you feel
I
that
got
we
stuff
should
I
do
need to
something about it? Here's what I'm going
I
with
think
this.
so. I mean, yeah, definitely, because there's a lot of people who love that area, and it's like a lot of stores down there, like Tom Thumb, like people.
You talking about where the best fried chicken in Charlottesville is?
Yeah, GoCo. Yeah, GoCo.
Get out of town,
nice.
dude.
Yeah.
That chicken is good.
I like Brown's too, but
Brown's
they,
is good.
they like neck and neck.
Yeah, I love you, Mike Brown. I love you,
Yeah.
downtown Mike Brown. I went there at Brown's the other day, filled up my gas tank for $10 and got myself a drumstick.
Yeah,
Because you get the $10 special on a drumstick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you then here. You and I both like food. Is Brown's your #1 chicken in the area? That's going to get you more shit than picking the basketball players.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's Great Value in Crozet has the best chicken.
Great. I did not know that. I haven't been there. Have
Yeah,
you been to the
lots of
Brownsville Market in Crozet?
Yes, it's
And
better
had the fried
than-
chicken there?
Yeah,
It's good.
It's better than Brown's.
Because I just found out this. He works at Savvy Rest, and that's
Yeah.
right around the corner.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm out Crozet a lot, but I definitely think that Great Value. If you haven't had that
I
chicken,
haven't had it. I'm
try
going
it
this
out.
weekend
Try
based
it
on
out.
that.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Check it
So
out.
what's your top 5 then?
For chicken in the area,
I love chicken, dude.
I'm gonna go with Great Value.
#1.
I'm gonna go with Brown's.
Okay. By slight edge
Browns
over GoCo?
over in Charlottesville.
On Avon.
Yeah, on Avon.
Yeah.
And GoCo,
In the 3 slot.
3 slot.
Okay.
And I don't know. I really don't like Popeyes too much.
Wayside?
I don't really like Wayside.
KFC?
Cane's.
Raising Cane's is good, dude.
Raising
It's that
Cane's.
freaking sauce.
It's the sauce.
Dude, I would
it's
bathe
definitely
in
the
that
It's
sauce.
the sauce. Raising Cane's might be, the chicken got to be a little bit better, but the sauce, I'm a sauce guy.
Me too.
So that's probably some of my favorite
Our
sauce.
boy, we just found this out, and this is textbook Charlottesville, where everyone's 3 degrees apart from each other. Our boy, Shawna Maranzano, is a common friend here.
Definitely.
Shawna Maranzano turned me on to Wayside. That dude, and when you go back and you talk to Shannon, he and I used to live together. He would come over every time, like 3 nights a week, with a styrofoam container of Wayside chicken fingers and Wayside sauce. And that's how I fell in love with it for the first time.
Man, yeah, I can believe that. He's a foodie.
He's so foodie.
Yeah, he's a foodie.
He's a good people. He works at Savvy Rest. A couple things I want to throw to you before we ask a couple of the same questions of everyone. One of the questions is, Damien, is Charlottesville a better place today than when you grew up? Before we go down that road, I want to throw this things to you about, important city topics, okay? Part of the show is covering the news as well. First, we'll start open-ended with city councilors. City councilors have gotten a lot of attention of late. There's the story of the credit card usage, which I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah, I've seen
There's a story where they want to set their own pay, which a lot of people are worried that counselors setting their own pay. Very few businesses or fields have people that can set their own pay. I wish I could, you know what I'm saying? You want to set your own pay, right? Who doesn't want to?
If you work for yourself, you definitely can.
Yeah. I work for myself, and sometimes I still feel I can't set my own pay. Anyway, where I'm going with this, let's start open-ended here. First, the credit card usage. Your thoughts on that story?
I don't really have a lot to say about it. I just think it got blown out of proportion. Actually,
that's fair.
I don't really think it's much of a story. When I saw the stuff that was being bought, and I was just like, it wasn't like he bought a car.
And I took a similar take as Damien. In the grand scheme of things, 5 people spending like $27,000 over a 16-month period of time, it's not a ton of money.
No.
Okay, so you think it's a non-story?
Yeah, to me, it's not. It's a lot more money out there than that little bit he spent.
Well said. How about this question? Do you think the right leaders are in place to help Charlottesville head in the right direction post A12? Because this is like, dude, and You and I are similar age here. I mean, we're in an, turmoil time in Charlottesville.
Yeah, definite. It's not the same vibe as it, before 8/12, but I think we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's like some things, I guess, change had to come. It has to come at some point, you know. And you learned a lot. I learned a lot since 8/12.
What'd you learn?
Just a lot of old history, a lot of history in the area, like that wasn't taught to you, like far as Vinegar Hill and that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I heard stories about it, but it's just a lot of stuff came up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff came to light, and like Tanisha Hudson, she's been working real hard. And
what's she doing?
She's doing a documentary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Legacy Unbroken or something.
On Vinegar Hill?
Yeah, on Vinegar Hill, Charlottesville in general, you know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
I just love Charlottesville.
Yeah, she got a lot of there's going to be a lot of old stuff she's covering. She's talking to a lot of older people, some younger people, so I'm looking forward to it too, so. And
that's what I'm trying to do with my platform is shine spotlight on things that need the spotlight on them. And that's why I try to showcase leaders like you, entrepreneurs like you, and talk topics like what we're talking. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think about Vinegar Hill, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
Set back a generation of people, like 3 or 4 generations, because we took away homes and businesses from them. It's ridiculous. Here's the tough question. What do we do to fix it? Because you can't change the past.
You can't change it. I just like for people just to come together a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's good to, talk about the history, because you got to know where you come from to know where you're going. But sometimes we just got to get together more and talk about it. Like a lot of times, everybody talk about it in there. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people is talking and not listening. So it just become like a time where this side is talking and they not listening to this side. They just waiting on their next time to talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I'm going to talk. Then they go spill a little bit. It's just like people waiting on the next time to talk instead of listening. So once everybody start listening to each other, because sometimes you look at arguments and people are saying the same exact thing. Like, man, y'all saying the same thing. Y'all just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they got to listen more.
Very well said. Judah, that's a sizzle reel right there. Mark it right there. Damien Banks just crushed it with that answer. I could see you running for office. I know you live in the county, so you couldn't run for city council unless you moved to the city. Dude, you probably don't want to do it.
I don't.
You are such a leader, and you embody like the golden rule.
I tried to, man. Somebody asked me to run for something in Albemarle.
And you said, heck no?
It is, I don't know, man. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? It may be for me. I'm willing to try anything, but
you would crush. You would crush it.
Yeah, I think my heart got to be in it for me, and my knowledge. I don't think I'm as knowledgeable I don't think I have as much knowledge on certain subjects as other people, but
you're a smart dude and you can figure it out. I swear to God, I see you as a leader, dude. I'm like,
I think that's what I do best. I figure things out.
You figure it out. You do what you got to do.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what entrepreneurs do.
Yeah.
Some people see like, oh, I can't get to that point. You and I are like, well, if I can't go this way, maybe I go a different way.
That's the thing. I never really ask for second opinions. Because I know exactly what I want and I know how to get to it, and I just go from there. You know what I'm saying? I never really I never second guess something and be like, maybe if this happened to that. I just go, man. I just do it. Like with the basketball league, I just went up to Dale and just set up shop. I didn't really think about what should I be doing this, shouldn't I, Now, don't get me wrong. If come down to robbing a bank, I'm not just going to
Right. I know, within reason.
Yeah, within reason, but I just feel like sometimes you just got to start something. As long as you got to start, you can just keep going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come to me with ideas. I don't know if they think I can just make things happen.
I think they do. I think you're seen as like a rainmaker, as a guy who can make things happen.
Yeah. The best I can do is tell you start. Just start. Once you start,
that's great advice.
It's one thing to just keep writing stuff down. Just
freaking do it.
Just start.
And if you mess up on the start, then do something else.
That's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, you gotta jump in the water. Like you go drink it, but you go swallow some water, but jump in the pool. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta jump in there. You'll find out how to swim.
Dude, you're getting deep today right here.
you're fine
Damien
out.
Banks crushing it on the I Love CVille show. You talk about not changing the past here. What does that mean then for the statues? Where did you stand with the statues? Tough question for you. Fair question though.
I'm gonna be honest. When it first came to me, and it was like, you know, what do you think about? This was before it got big.
When did it first come to you? Did you first hear about it in the
Wes
park with
asked
Wes?
me.
Oh,
Wes
he
asked
asked you
me,
before the press conference in the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wes way before that. He asked me about it. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know where it was.
Okay.
I was like, what statue? I'm like, I didn't even know it was a park. I'm like, that's a park? I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like a
thought it
piece
was
of grass, right?
Yeah,
That's what I
I'm
thought,
like, he could have just said right in front of the courthouse. And he kept calling it a park. But, you know,
Oh, that's okay. That's Liza the shop dog. Sorry. Did you
right.
get Liza? Are you okay with dogs?
So,
Okay. You got
yeah.
Judah. Will you
People
get
know me
Liza
now.
here? Liza,
Yeah.
go to Judah. Come
Yeah.
on. All right. Sorry about that. She's a really friendly dog. This
he
is
can't
live
know that.
TV at its
Wow.
finest right here. Okay. Sorry to interrupt your train of thought right there.
wow. Like, a lot of people know I'm scared of dogs.
I
but
did not know that.
I don't know.
Sorry,
For
we did
some
that.
reason, I didn't get scared. I don't know.
She's a good dog. The
I
rest of
might,
you.
yeah, she's cool.
So what were you saying? You said you did not know.
I didn't
where the
even know what the
statue
statue was. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know, I was ignorant to the whole thing. But looking at it now, it's kind of like it do need to be moved. Like when you go past there now and like look over there after what all that transpired, it's like an eerie feeling when you look over there at it. It's like, man, that don't just look eerie. Like you can
feel it in the
you
air.
can feel it, yeah.
Totally.
You know,
I agree.
It's not like a scary area. It's just like a weird, like it just like, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know.
So what do you do with them? You say take them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at
Take
this
'em
point, here's where I was at. And in the beginning, I was like Damien, you know, I was the same.
Yeah.
I didn't know about him. I didn't think about him. Didn't give him much thought. Then in
Definitely.
the beginning, when things, the story started circulating, getting momentum, then I had kind of your mindset at first where like, you can't change the past. Taking
Yeah.
these statues down, it's not going to change what's happened in our past. And now I'm at the point where it's like, all right, I think this is the only way we can get over this.
Yeah.
Let's take it to Charlottesville to the right direction. Let's put them in a museum. Let's move on.
Yeah. It kind of made like everything like noticeable after they started talking about the statue, because then I end up going in Kroger one night and I'm walking through the dairy section and I look up, there's a picture of the statue. And, you know, I'm like, man, like this is weird. Like I'm gonna tell you, it was something else that was weird. A12 was what year? That was
17.
17.
Yeah.
So we had our championship game the day after.
Really?
Yeah, we had our championship game the day after.
13th of, gosh, okay.
Yeah, so
Did you consider canceling?
a lot of people wanted me to.
Okay.
And they was like, you should cancel, you should do this. Then a lot of people said we should keep going. And shout out to my guy, rest in peace, Khalil Jones. He made sure everybody was safe, you know. So we went ahead and we did it. But I was looking at the teams that we had that day. So we had 89 Teal Monstars, which composed of all guys from
William Isabel's old company?
Yes.
Yes. Monticello High School, baby. William
Yeah,
Isabel, right?
yep, yep.
Yeah.
And
Love
most
some
of-
William Isabel.
Yeah, that's my cousin too.
Get out.
Yeah, that's
Get
my
out. I didn't
cousin
know
too.
that.
Yeah. So all of his guys were Charlottesville guys, and the opposing team was Team Lake, which all these guys were from Robert E. Lee High School.
Okay.
And I was just like, man, that's just a weird.
Yeah, coincidence.
Nobody picked these two teams to really be in well, they kind of picked 89 too, but they didn't pick the RA Lee team to be in the championship. And it was like, man, one day it was just a lot of RA Lee stuff just going on. And I just felt like, man, that's kind of weird, you know.
I think you made the right decision keeping the game going.
Yeah,
because you're
it
basically
came-
like, why are we going to allow these idiots
Yeah.
to change our lives?
Yeah.
Is that
It
what you were
just-
thinking?
Yeah, I didn't want to stop it in the beginning from the gate, but even this past year we had to stop the games for the anniversary.
You did?
Yeah, we had to because they
Oh,
closed
there's
the parks.
no allowed it. That's right.
Yeah. So we kind of had to, and
Was the '89 Till team? That was the team that Robert won. He won the championship and was the MVP of the finals. Because I remember when he had both trophies and he was holding them.
That's it.
Robert Gray tomorrow, Dreamin' Diamonds on the I Love CVille show. A couple more minutes here. You've crushed it today. We've filled an hour. It's felt like 10 minutes.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Charlottesville, Virginia. Better place today than it was. Grew up on Ridge Street.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
So you've been in Charlottesville 30 some years.
Be 40 in April.
You look like you're 30 years old, not 40. I'm sure you get that a lot.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
Better place, yes or no? Give me the breakdown.
That's a tough one because I can't really. I don't know what I'm basing it on because I had fun growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, I had a lot of fun.
What'd you like to do when you were growing up? You're giving me a mischievous grin right now.
I had fun, man.
Snakes is giving me a mischievous grin.
We had a lot of stuff to do. I say back then because, like I say, when we talk about the midnight basketball at the Herman Key Center, that was we would play basketball like 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? As a teenager, that's just some fun you want to do. Different clubs when I grew up.
Where'd you used to go? What clubs?
I like Katie's.
Okay.
Katie's was like legendary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Boudreaux's was cool too. But all those places I've gone. Charlottesville High School was fun. You know what I'm saying? I had fun there. I just had fun everywhere, man.
You're a fun guy.
I don't know if it was me or Charlottesville, but I just had fun. And I still have fun. You know what I'm saying? I still have fun, a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? So me and my wife, we laugh and joke and chill. It's just now. It's just. I don't know, I'm older now, so I don't see a lot for the kids to do, man. The kids really don't have much, you know, so I can see why they're at home and playing video games.
Well, you're filling that need.
Yeah,
You're trying to.
We're trying to have a kids league next year, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
What are the parameters of the kids league? Age groups?
I want to do high school. I want to do the younger kids too, but we just gonna need more volunteers. Depending on how many volunteers we get, we'll do them all, you know what I'm saying? I'll just dedicate that time to that.
I would encourage anybody that's watching this show to support the BCBA. The BCBA needs sponsors.
Yes.
Okay? Support the BCBA. This man is doing incredible things for the Charlottesville community. Support the BCBA. You can find them online. They have a tremendous social media presence. I want to give you a couple minutes to talk about your wife, Shawna.
Oh, yeah. That's my heart right there. So, you know, I don't know, man. We just came a long way together. You know what I'm saying? We was living in Gordonsville, man. We was living in Gordonsville like when we first started, and it was just like the worst place. Not Gordonsville itself, but the building we lived in. It was like a lot of mice and it was a lot. So we went through a lot at the beginning.
That's what you guys could afford at the time? That's why you moved to Gordonsville, or was it job related?
It was what we could afford at the time, and it was like we're daycare. Because my older kids are my stepkids. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I've been with them since they was 1 and 3 years old.
Your kids.
So yeah, definite. So it was like, that's where the daycare was at. So I moved down there with her, and it was like terrible. Then we moved up here, and then, you know, we had my youngest son. Then we got married. Then the next year we started all the Banks Collage stuff. And she just, like, if I can do something, she know how to take it to a whole nother level. Like, if you look at everything we got online, like photos, it's all her. You know, like, I don't know how she learned how to do half the stuff she learned, but we learned everything together. I'm not a video guy.
You learned it.
I just point and shoot and try to edit. You know what I'm saying? And with her, she just get that camera and she get on there and she's play with stuff and just take it to another level. Even with the dance team, you know what I'm saying? Her and my daughter, they took that to another level. And it's just a lot. It's just cool for my kids to see that, because I didn't really see growing up that you could just pretty much do what you want to do. Like, far as like getting stuff started. Like, I just thought I was just gonna work 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, work and have fun. But now it's just like, I kind of like my life means something, you know, and her life means something. So, like, I just want to go. Like, one day I was reading the obituary. This is why I don't really do it for the money. I want money. I love money. It's cool. But I was looking through obituaries one day, and I was just reading all of them. And nowhere did it say how much money did this person made in their life, or they bought this and they bought that. It just puts you kind of like
Puts it in perspective.
Put it in perspective. Like, that stuff really don't mean nothing. Like, at the end of the day, like, I want to be known for something.
You want
like,
a legacy.
I want a legacy. And it's not in, like, if I go out now and buy a Bugatti and everybody just like, in my obituary, I don't want it to say he bought a Bugatti and then he died.
You know what it's going to say? It's going to say CEO and founder of the BCBA.
That's what I wanted to say.
The premier league in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That. I appreciate that. I got cocky one time, and I was like, when we first started the league at Thompson Park, and I was like, I said, man, they got the name, because I grew up in that park. And I was like, man, they got to name that park after me. And I was like, man, they definitely got to do it. And I was like, I don't even know who Benjamin Thompson is.
Who is Thompson?
I looked him up.
Yeah? Who is he?
Yeah, he's done a lot of great. So he was, he worked at Jefferson. He was a teacher there. This was like in maybe the 1930s, don't get me wrong. But he would take black kids, they couldn't learn past like 8th grade. And he would take them, he would bring in books where they could learn like college stuff and this stuff. He would teach them. He would sneak it in. Like, he could have got lynched or something for this stuff. And I was like, man, I could never take the name from that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's awesome. And he lived right up the street from Thompson Park.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
So he deserved it.
You taught me something. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like, I didn't know either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to look him up. And he was friends with, like, George Washington Carver or something like that. Frederick Douglass. I'm not...
Yeah, I understand. Paraphrase.
He was a pretty good guy, man. He was a real good guy. You know what I'm saying? And he deserved that.
I think, and I'm not just saying this because you're sitting next to me, and guys, Shanice Ragland. What's up, Shanice? I know Shanice Ragland. She's on the program right now. Roxanne Carter-Johnson on the program.
Roxanne.
Brian Rothamel on the program. Ron Gantz, Linwood Shiflett, Mike Cox. You popular guy here. You know, I think, you know, so many people say such good things about you. How I found about you was Ahmad. Ahmad said to me over and over and over again, you have to interview Damien. You have to interview Damien. And I've spent now an hour and change with you here. You've crushed this interview. And I totally feel like you are a leader, a winner. Like, people follow you. That's why I said to you, like, the elected official position.
I don't know, man.
Part of the problem is you don't have any more time.
Yeah, that's true. I think people, I don't know. I think I just look trustworthy, I think.
I think you are trustworthy.
I don't know, man. We was in Kings Dominion, and this girl asked me to hold her pocketbook while she got on the ride. Didn't even know me.
Stranger asked you to hold her pocketbook.
Yeah.
And you're like, really?
And my wife was like, I'm like.
Did your wife say, don't talk to my man?
Yeah, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Her boyfriend was with her. It was just like, I'm like.
You say yes?
Yeah, I did it. And I was in the parking garage here one time, and this lady asked me to park her car. She's like, can you park my car? I can't get it. I'm like, I could just leave with your car. Like, you don't know me. But I guess I just look trustworthy, and people think I'm cool, I guess. I don't know.
You killed it today. All right, let's let the final couple of minutes here. Where can we find you? Where can we find the website, Facebook? How do we get involved? Sponsorship?
Definitely. Damien Banks on Facebook, bankscollage.com. That's the website. You can just find me anywhere. I mean,
He's active.
I'm active, man. Yeah. You can inbox me. Like, I'm very, like, I'm easily approachable. I'm a very approachable person. So you can ask me anything. Don't ask me anything, but you can ask me anything. I'm everywhere, man. I don't be out much, but I'm on social media a lot.
You can access them.
You can access me I'm on, like, I don't know all the addresses and everything, but I'm around.
There you go, guys.
And we're looking for some sponsors, definitely.
BCBA.
Yeah.
This man doing good things for Charlottesville. Charlottesville, it's your turn to step up and do good things for the BCBA. He is Damien Banks. He crushed it today. We invited him on the show. We knew he was going to make us look better. Clearly, he's done that. I want to thank him for coming on. Hopefully, we can do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's great people. Tomorrow, we have Robert Gray of Dream and Diamonds. Robert Gray is a big thinker, big thought guy. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get into some deep stuff with Robert because I think this guy has a lot to offer to Charlottesville, just like this guy does. Thank you to Greenberry's. Thank you to Scott Wagner, Chiropractic and Sports Medicine. Thank you to Damien Banks. Shawna Banks, props to you as well. There you go. Judah Wickhauer behind the board, Liza the dog, who gave us a very, very fun moment here with Damien.
He came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere.
I'm Jerry Miller. We'll see you tomorrow at 12:30 with Robert Gray.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Had a good time, man.
This is what's going to happen. So, like, over the next month, you'll see this story continue to circulate. It's live on air on my Facebook page now. We package it together on this website. And then we syndicate and publish the story for a 2 to 3 week, 4 week period of time.
All right.
So you're going to get as much feedback about this as you will when we syndicate the story moving forward.
Okay, and I'll just share.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Hit share button.
We're going to tag
Keep
you
it
and
going.
everything.
Yeah.
We'll tag the BCBA and everything. This will get a lot of exposure. We reach a little over 250,000 people. So you will have a lot of people be like,
That's dope. That's dope.